Not a lot of people know that we make our own nachos from scratch on site every day. And on top of that, literally on top of that, a mound of goodness. By the time you're to the bottom of it, it becomes this kind of like conglomerate of flavors and textures, and it's just delicious. Welcome to Dig In Buffalo, presented by Orville's. Inspiration came from high school, actually. Taco Tuesday. I always like to get the hard shell tacos that they serve, crush them up into this big mound, kind of eat it as a taco salad. Version 1 of tricked out nachos, I guess you could say. We're making the tricked out beef nacho specifically today. It's an OG staple from the food truck days. We had to refine it a little bit. The beef itself is antibiotic and hormone free. We get it locally from Rosenkrans Farms. They're just outside of Rochester. It's always key to cut it into approximately the same size pieces so it all cooks at the same time. The key is just to get it really hot for getting a good crust on your meat. Not just because it looks cool, it actually adds a lot of flavor to the final product. And while that's grilling up, the rest of the mise en place for the dish. So these are ancho chilies. Not much heat, it's a lot of flavor, it's a little bit smoky, very versatile. Char them on the griddle, and as they toast, you'll see them kind of dance a little bit. That's what they're supposed to do, so don't be scared. Beef's the proper color, so I'm gonna pull it off now. Very tender when it's braised. In Mexico, they call it guisado style cooking. So it's actually like a stew. Think of your grandma's pot roast. Cooked down for a long period of time with some spices, onion, ancho chilies, garlic. So that's good to go. Close it up. We knew when we opened that first restaurant, we wanted to have scratch-made tortillas, and then it eventually evolved into scratch-made chips. They're dried a little bit. I think that's the key to having a good nacho, is drying it out a little bit so it doesn't bubble as much in the fryer. So the meat should be pretty tender. You know it's ready to come out of the oven when it's essentially falling apart. We're almost there. Just gotta shred it up, keep it moist and hydrated, add a little bit of that braising liquid. You can start to build, I think, actually. On top of those beautiful nachos, and serve it with our house-made queso, the beef with that braising liquid, and a lot of accoutrement that really add to the flavor and the texture of the dish. The mound of primal ingredients that somehow finds a way to become this mess of deliciousness. That's a Lloyd tricked out beef nacho. Cool, one down.